Hello, Beachbody champions. Oh my goodness. What an exciting week we have in store for you this week regarding all things XBSS launch that's going to be taking place in literally less than 2 weeks. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Wendy Watts. I am the director for the East region. And believe it or not, this is the very first time I have actually done a training on the champs page. And with me is one of your fearless leaders in the East region, Veronica Calvacante. Veronica, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Veronica is kind of a big deal. She is 4-time elite, 1-time premier, and her team, believe it or not, with Team Cup was one of the top 10 teams with Team Cup. So they are rocking and rolling. And what we're going to do today is really go through how you can leverage and rock this launch. And here's what you need to know. You do not have to be an expert. You don't. You just need to know, oh, stop it.
No, you don't.
Oh,
I'm proof of that.
Stop it. You just need to know how to leverage the resources that we provide you that's available in your back office. And so what we're going to do today is just that. We're going to review, number one, how can you find the tools that we provide you? How can you find those in your back office? And it's one thing to find them and navigate to those tools. Now listen, it's another thing to actually put those tools into action. And so what we're going to do today, both Veronica and I, we're going to review, number one, how to find the tools. And number two, what does that conversation flow look like in order for you to have a successful launch? So Veronica, welcome, girl.
Thank you.
Let's dive right in, shall we?
Absolutely. Do you want me to go ahead and share my screen?
Please.
Rock and roll. Okay, guys. So this is our back office, right? And just like Wendy said, you really don't, everything is literally handed to you on a silver platter. And if you're anything like me, where Canva literally hurts your brain cells to get like those, I don't have any creative brain cells whatsoever. It's so hard for me to come up with content. It's all here for you. You don't have to come up with the content. Now you do have to add a little bit of your spice to it, but all you have to do is come to your back office. All you have to do is click over here to tools and resources. And when you click on tools and resources, you go to product, tools, and shareable media. Now, when you get to product, tools, and shareable media, I'm sorry, of course, it's going to be super slow. You click over here at fitness product tools. Okay. And once you click here, you're going to see all kinds of programs. Yeah. Everything is here for you. But we're going to really focus today on XB Sculpt. So you're going to go ahead and click and open up XB Sculpt. Sweat and Sculpt. Sorry. Let's open it up. Like that awkward silence. Okay, while it's loading. Okay, so here, guys, everything is for you. The first thing that I do and the first thing that I tell my team to do is to print out the 3-step launch plan. Now you can find it down here, but you could also, when you click here, it's everything. All the content is beautifully put together for you in folders. So you literally just have to open it, download it, and print it out. You can print it out through your phone. You can actually just save it on your phone. And all of the tools here that you're able to get, I download them on my phone because the videos, like here, the Instagram stories and reels, like again, everything is there for you. I download them straight to my phone because that's where I share it from. I don't necessarily share it from my laptop. So you guys, you can absolutely download from your phone and share it straight through your phone. So here we're going to focus on the launch plan. Every single step that you need to take to successfully, blow this launch up is right here for you.
Absolutely. And this is a one-page, one-stop shop, to your point, Veronica, on how you can leverage this launch. And so with that being said, if we look at number one, first thing you need to know are the key dates. And I know you mentioned you actually print this thing out. Can you share, turn your computer over and share that big calendar,
calendar? So I put everything on a wall so that I
Yep.
can see it every single day. And all the key dates are just like right in my face all day long.
Perfect. So the very first thing we need to do is make sure this is a big week. Like I said earlier at the beginning, is this is the information week. This is the week where you start gathering and learning all of the things about XBSS. So every single, and tonight we have 2 calls with Andrea, believe it or not, that she's going to be sharing her program and really answering a lot of the questions that you may have specific to this program. Now, the sample workout, as you can see, under 1, get trained and know the date. Sample workout, we all know, has launched. So the question becomes, have you done the launch yet? Or I'm sorry, have you done the workout yet? The sample workout. Have you shared that with anyone yet? So that's number 1. Number 2, as have you put the launch date on your calendar? October 4th, as I mentioned earlier, less than 2 weeks away. The second thing is plan your launch on bod groups. Do you have a bod group yet to invite to? And Veronica is going to go over really 2 different bod groups that she does. One, an info group, and one for her challengers. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Do you have a date for that? And then last but not least is really using an invite calendar. So what we're going to do, Veronica is actually going to walk us through. Obviously today is the 20th, but she's going to just kind of take a preview, if you will, of what she does in preparation leading up to the launch. So Veronica, take it away.
Absolutely. So just like you mentioned, I when I first start off, because the first thing you're supposed to do is create a bod group, and it's for you to invite. It's more of an info bod group. That's what I call it. So I have my info bod group, and then once I'm done, I spend 2 weeks just loading up as much as possible that info bod group. Then I create that FOMO in there for my challenge group, and that's when we all say, the people that say yes and they're ready to join. And we make it into like a fun theme, wrapped around whatever program is launching. And so in there is where we transition all those people, we funnel them into a challenge group. But I really want to focus on the info bod group, because that is where we create what we are always hearing: pipeline. You're gonna have people in there that are really not going to participate, or you're going to have people in there that say yes, and then kind of disappear. And you're going to have people in there that are, gung-ho, and they are loving everything, and they, seem like they're ready to do it, and then they just don't. And I say that because it can sound discouraging, but I want you to understand that those people are still of value, and they are what we call your pipeline. You keep them in your pipeline, because although they don't say yes for maybe this launch, it's not their time, does not mean that the next launch or anything else is, or in the future, they're not ready to say yes. But you always want to have them there. And you always want to keep a list of those people that do say yes into these invite groups, because whether they know it or not, they are seeking something. They are seeking health and fitness. They are kind of seeking, it might not be right now that they want it, but later on, when they're ready, you want to be ready to go ahead and plug them into whatever you have going on. So what I like these info bod groups is because it does create that pipeline of people that we are supposed to constantly be engaging with and connecting with. And what I also love about this info bod group, it gives you the opportunity to really just dump information without feeling like, you're too salesy, because that's what it's for. These people understand, and when they come into the info group, they understand that they're coming into a group where you're going to just dump information. And then I also love this group, this is something that I tell my team, is everybody that is in that group, right? If you pay attention, you'll see some days it says make one-on-one invite to people. So you can do this 2 ways. You can, yes, invite people behind the scenes on your social media to join your group. And by the way I have them join my info group is I kind of dangle the free workout. I leverage that free workout like if it was the newest candy on the block, right? And so I leverage that, and I create FOMO by me doing it, talking about how fun it is. And the way I get people into that is I say, hey, will you try this workout and give me your honest opinion? And when they say yes, I say, great, join this info group, and here's where you'll find the workout. And that's how I kind of get them into that free workout. And then also, while they're in that free workout, those one-on-one connections that I like to do is yes, they're in there, but I don't like to talk too much in there to everybody. I do dump a lot of information, but behind the scenes, I'm having a lot of conversations with all of them. I'm getting to know them. I'm getting to understand their why, because when they come with their objections, I'm already ready to tackle them with their why and kind of give them, maybe open their eyes, just like I needed to. Just so you guys know, it took me 4 years to join my sister. so that's why I really think that these groups serve people where they are, and that's what's important.
Yeah, that's great.
So yeah, and so if you guys look over here at the calendar, again, just like I mentioned, everything is handed to you on a silver platter. It tells you when to post, what to post. You got the content to post. So if you go back to the other folders, you can see you have stories, reels, posts, images. You can create different things. It's all there for you. But again, it's a matter of you using it, right?
Yeah.
And so one thing is it's there. The other thing is using it and really leveraging it the way it's meant to be leveraged. So I don't know if there was something else I was going to touch up on.
So let's talk specifically. So we know that it launches October 4th. That is the day. So leading up to that launch, what are some things that you're doing a week before, really setting yourself and your team up for success on when it officially launches on the 4th?
So yeah, so I'm constantly on my social media. So I like to exhaust all avenues on my social media. So I'm not just posting about it. I'm creating reels about it. I'm sharing on my stories.
Yeah.
I'm connecting with people behind the scenes, right? And so I like to create that FOMO to get them into that info group. And then in that info group, I hype up my challenge group. Right. So I hype up big time, like what we're going to do in the challenge group. Sometimes I give it an extra little theme, depending on what we're in. If we're jumping into fall, I give it like a fall theme. If we're, in the summer, I give it like a summer theme, whatever the case is. So, but I wrap it around with whatever program is launching. And so I create that excitement, showing up there every day, showing how excited I am. Even before the launch, just doing the sample workout, I can share wins, small non-scale victory wins, right? I can talk about those wins about, man, I was really not feeling like I wanted to press play. But when I pressed play with XB Sweat and Sculpt, like I had fun and I didn't even realize I was working out. Gosh, I can't wait to do this challenge group that I don't feel like, so I kind of create all of that. So when the time comes that the launch is right around the corner, that's when I boldly invite as a whole, but I also am having those behind the scene conversations, inviting them individually into whatever challenge group that I have for them.
And that's so critical. And let's do this. Let's go back, because obviously we have what to do every single day leading up to the launch in terms of examples.
Absolutely. And it's all in detail. I mean, if you read it, it's all in detail telling you.
It is, but let's go over this, because one of them says, share some testimonials. So if you can go back, let's go back to the other folder, go back one more time, and let's just see what's available, right? As you mentioned, there's so many tools that are available to you. You've got Instagram story templates. You've got the sizzle video. You have the email templates. Can you go back to how you leverage that?
Oh, absolutely. So I actually, I use Beachbody's tool. I mean, we pay for this back office, might as well use it. And you guys, again, everything that you click here, everything that you see here is also right down here. So you can go to view more, see everything. But like, I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to send this article to everybody. I would just click here to my email and I would just come here and send it bulk. Just send it to everybody. I would click here to my customers.
Yeah.
And I would select all and not even think about it. And I would write a little message in there and I would send it. You can write your little message, compose, send your little message, and it blasts emails, thousands of people. In my first business center, I have, over 2,000-3,000 people, and it blasts, and sends it. And it's so, again, all the content is there for you in your right here. You can add a little bit like, hey, talk a little bit about your experience about this, program. And it's literally laying out an entire email draft for them. So that's how I leverage
No,
the email part of it.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. And last but not least, if I was to ask you, what are the next steps like for you as we look at, launching, it's 2 weeks out. What are the next steps for you? If you were to say, hey, here's the top 3 takeaways, right? That you would encourage these coaches to do, what would you tell them?
First thing first, I would say, have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like, have fun with this launch. Have fun with the program, because your excitement is what's contagious.
Yeah.
The program itself, yes, they're great tools, but people are not joining for the program. They're joining because of you. They're joining because of your excitement. They're joining because of your journey, because of your testimony. So my first thing first, I tell everybody is have fun with it.
Yeah.
Do the workout. If you're like me and have 2 left feet, share that you have 2 left feet and have fun with it. And that right there is where people are going to be drawn to. And I would say right away, the first thing you need to be doing is downloading and printing that 3-day, that step launch plan. Okay. Checking off all the boxes, really applying everything that is on that checklist, and get your 2 bod groups up. I mean, the info bod group, like I said, it can help serve you for this launch or for future launches, because all those lists of people that have said yes, and that said yes to the info group, but maybe didn't join your challenge group, does not mean they won't join in the future. And that is that important pipeline that we are constantly talking about. Because if you have a big pipeline, chances are you'll have successful launches and months and stuff like that. So it's really a matter of just focusing on not so much of how many people are saying yes. I tell my coaches, don't focus on the people that are joining you, that are saying yes to your challenge group. Focus on the lives that you are impacting with this info group, with the lives that you are impacting with your energy and with your excitement. The right people will follow in due time and in their time. And so that's what we're really here for.
Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, so you heard Veronica. Number 1, have fun with the program. So much fun. And if you're not if you're not a good dancer, or you're a little hesitant about the sculpting, like, have fun with it and share that. Be authentic to actually who you are. Download and print the 3-step launch plan. That's number 2. Number 3 is make sure that you set up 2 different bod groups. Veronica, girlfriend, thank you so very much. Thanks for sharing just your heart, your energy, your love for this program. And just a friendly reminder, remember, tonight there are 2 calls with Andrea. They are live Zoom calls. So mark your calendar, invite your customers, invite your preferred customers, invite your team. These are calls that you don't want to miss. Now, the time is, so we're going to have 2 different calls. The first time is at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And the second call time for tonight is going to be 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and they're going to last about 30 minutes. So with that being said, Veronica, you're the best, girlfriend. All of you, let's rock this launch, and we will see you in the near future. Bye, everyone.